Let me just slide on in here. Hey, how you going? How's it going? How you doing? And yeah, I just try to say those at the same time. That doesn't work.
How you doing? I thought you were talking about something you were doing in real life. It was like you're sliding somewhere. I thought you were sitting at your desk. But
yes,
no.
Yeah, I'm just that amazing. Yeah, so welcome back to the Fire Temple, which is really more of a lava temple at this point, so that there is some fire. There's a lot of fire, to be fair.
There's fire, there's lava, there's weird chanting.
Yeah.
Your hookshot's not working.
I can't hookshot through the fence for some reason.
Has that ever worked for you?
I don't know.
Okay. With someone who's played this game as much as you have, I would have expected you knew.
Look, I just didn't want to use arrows. I was hoping that I could get it to... Okay, basically it's a texture with transparent holes, but they're not actually, like... I don't think they actually count as not existing.
I mean, you can walk on top of that.
Oh yeah, you can.
Right? Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to right now.
Right.
But it's just not the right size for the hook shot to get through or something like that. So.
No, I'm the same way. Like, anytime there's some sort of consumable item. Oh shit! You got, Ariel!
I cannot deny that I got.
But anyway, anytime there's some consumable item, even if I have, like, all of them, like a survivable shit ton of, like, bombs and arrows and stuff, I just avoid using it, and I always try to refill it. Even though I'm never gonna run out, but it doesn't matter.
Okay, I actually do have a reason, and that's because there aren't a lot of arrows in the Fire Temple. On account of it being the Fire Temple. There's bombs. There's bombs fucking everywhere. Not a lot of arrows.
Is that by design or by oversight?
I mean, they are wood.
Okay, alright. That's true, I suppose. But aren't there wooden chests?
I mean, yes. But also the fairy bow is really more of the Forest Temple thing. Yes, it's incorporated. I don't care if you're going to make Windows better. Yes, the bow is incorporated into like every other temple, but it's predominantly, the Forest Temple item. That's where you get it. That's where you find a metric shit ton of arrows. I mean, yes, you can find arrows in other temples. The Fire Temple just happens to be low on those.
I mean, like, it makes sense. It just doesn't make sense that there are wooden chests in here, but...
Yeah, that's just because they only have one chest in this game.
Yes,
Not like Kingdom Hearts, where every single world has their own style of chest.
Well, I mean, you don't have to have, like, different styles of chests for every dungeon or anything. Just, if you're in a convection oven...
Okay, but why would the wooden chest work in the fire and water temples?
Okay, they wouldn't, but that's just 2 temples out of... I don't know how many temples there are. How many temples are there?
I mean, there's 6.
Okay, alright, that's about a third, but... I mean, that would justify it then, because, you would have enough of them such that, making that model wouldn't be such a waste of time, but you wouldn't need to do it for every single...
It could be a waste of resources, though, in terms of, space. This was N64.
Okay, yeah. I guess I don't know how much memory, like, just a stone-type texture would take up.
I mean, I would think it wouldn't be that much, but who knows?
Yeah, like, I have no idea about the optimization of this game either, so...
I'm actually trying to figure out if this texture is used in other places. I mean, yeah, the face, the little faces, tiki faces, those are definitely exclusive to this temple. I think every temple has some stuff that's exclusive to it.
Right.
Like the Poe sisters and shit like that. But this texture... Right now, I'm trying to figure out if they use the same one in the water temple and just, like, tint it differently.
Yeah, you know, I would anticipate that if they were to do something like that with the chest, they would take probably some type of stone texture that they already have lying around. It's like, this'll do, and just put it on the chest, maybe.
Done!
Shrink it,
10
yeah!
out of 10. Best Zelda game.
Oh yeah, so many textures! We have one more texture than your grandpa's Zelda game.
Okay, so...
Although, I guess your grandpa's Zelda game would be 2D, and it would be sprites.
I was going to point that out, but I decided that I didn't care.
Alright, okay. Well, that's my job, talking about things nobody else cares about.
You might be like, this is how I always do it, okay? You might think this is a stupid way to do it. This is how I always do it.
Is there a better solution?
I mean, you're kind of, I think, I don't know. This is what I decided was the best solution. Because then you don't have to race the clock to get in the fire ring. You're right there already. You just go.
Oh my god, that is the better solution! You're talking as if, like, that's the way you like to do it, but it's not smart. It's very smart!
No, I just don't know if you're meant to do it that way. I don't remember how I used to do it. I think I used to actually race the timer from that lower platform and then go back and climb up the other way, and then I kept cutting it close, and eventually I got sick of it and started throwing bombs, and I've done it that way ever since. I'm not sure.
I mean, that's
shit!
That is the way to do it. Because you're probably supposed to just set everything up and then just climb up as fast as possible, but Link's slow as shit, so might as well just throw the bomb.
Do you think that labyrinth with all the boulders is Indiana Jones' worst nightmare? Or like a fever
put
dream?
snakes on them. Put snakes on them, and yes. If there was a snake boss in this game, that would probably.
I mean, this dragon is like a snake.
Okay, all right.
He's got tiny
I don't know.
little arms, I guess.
You know, just squint. Just squint and it looks like a flying snake.
It looks like a flying, fiery, giant snake.
I wonder if he would be more afraid of a snake that flew than, like... I mean, the logic is sound, because bugs freak me out, and flying bugs freak me out more.
I mean,
so,
yeah.
Like, if spiders could dive bomb you... Like,
oh my god, you know those spiders that can make fucking parachutes with their webs and migrates?
Yeah, fuck them. Fuck them.
It's
fuck that shit.
Terrible.
No.
Why?
Although I am there's an enormous, like, fucking a spider web fort outside my window right now. And I'm looking at the spider in it, and it's the size of, like,
I think you're
a quarter? No, it's like double the diameter of a quarter, and I'm looking right at it. And if it gets inside, I'm gonna have to relinquish my house.
Okay, I had one that was like, it was a big old uggo buggo. I mean, it was a spider, but you know, it was like you said, about quarter size and just ugly, just like a dark, very pointy spider. And I was like.
Right.
I closed the door after letting the dogs in, and there he was, chilling on the door, and I'm like, oh! Hi! And then I went inside, I closed the inside door, and I was like, wait, chemical warfare. And I grabbed some stuff, and I went back out, and I stopped, and I was staring at him like, you know, you're technically not inside my territory, so I'll let you go this time.
Yeah, no, like, I've known that spider has been there for, like, 2 weeks now, and I could, like, go out and ruin its day, but it's not inside the house, so I don't have the right to.
Yeah, no, see, I only attack spiders if they're in my room or in the bathroom. That's when my spider vendetta starts.
Right. Now, if it was a Skulltula!
And that may or may not be why I sometimes wake up with things that vaguely resemble spider bites.
Oh. Oh no!
I mean, they're just two tiny circle scabs, like, right next to each other. I can't imagine what the fuck else they could be.
Yeah, I would burn down your house. Do it now, before it's too late.
I mean,
you're still
it
alive.
happened at the old place, too. It's my vendetta against the spiders. They can only get me when I'm sleeping, I guess.
Do they have a hit out on you?
I mean, I have a hit out on them, so...
Is that how it works?
Probably.
Warring houses just having mutual bounties?
Yeah,
God,
that's how vendettas work, I thought.
Shit. I guess.
Okay, so in the LARP, there actually was a point where I swore vendetta against the Gnomish Mafia. Because they put a hit on adventurers where they were paying goblins for adventurer heads. And these goblins decided it was a great idea to come in and kill the warlock. And they promptly exploded because I have the ability that does like 200 points of damage if I get killed. But when I was resurrected and given my memories back, I was like, alright, time to kill the whole family. The entire mafia. Just done. We're wiping them all out. Who's coming with me on this vendetta? Alright, I made it very clear that it was a vendetta. That's it. Wipe them all out. Okay? And for some reason, the people who did come with me decided that they didn't know it was a vendetta, even though I made no attempt to hide that.
Right.
No attempt whatsoever. And, the long story short, a town ended up blowing up, and it wasn't my fault. But everyone thinks it was my fault because I was there, because of the vendetta, but no, the Mafia knew we were coming, and they just blew up their warehouse while we were trying to figure out. I was literally considering retreating because the team I had with me was shit, and we had no chance of actually beating them in combat.
Right.
And then the building blew up. So...
How many casualties, though?
Me? My artisan? I think there was another guy right next to us who got blown up. I think some random civilians that happened to be nearby.
Was it less than 20 people?
Don't know. In terms of players, it was 3 players and then a bunch of unknown NPCs. I know I was wanted in Tinkertown for a while.
I'm trying to decide.
It was not my fault that the Gnomish Mafia made the mistake of killing the warlock, okay? Like, I'm not gonna do anything about it.
Were you resurrected, or?
Yeah. And given memory back. Because I think at that point we still had the bard that is partially responsible, along with me, for the most expensive curse.
Right.
Bards can give you memories back when you're resurrecting. That's why that piece is important.
Alright, so these fiery things, is there any way to kill them, or...?
Yeah, I've killed a few of them. You just have to put out their fire first.
Oh, how did I miss that?
I don't know. You were probably talking about spiders.
Probably, but... Then why were you pushing them off with your shield instead of killing them?
Because I didn't feel like it. Or it was too close also. Because right now, the way I have to put out the fire is the bomb or the hook shot, I believe. I don't remember if the bow puts out the fire. It might. It may have earlier in this very episode, and I've just already forgotten it. But either way, right now, everything I have that puts out the fire is not, close combat-y. So, yeah.
I mean, you could throw Navi at it and see what happens. Yeah, she was going crazy in the last room.
Yeah, she does that.
Like, I wasn't aware that there wasn't, like, a timer.
In the last room?
Hey, listen thing. She was just going, hey, listen!
Yeah, no, she could just do it indefinitely. Actually, she will flash indefinitely, but she won't do hey, listen indefinitely. Okay. See, anyway, now I put his fire out. Now he's dead.
Wait, you just killed one?
Yeah. Were you not?
Good job, Ariel.
I got a key. Oh yeah. Now I gotta go back.
Yeah, I completely lost track of where you are. I wasn't paying too much attention in the first place, but...
You know, I feel like this is one of those dungeons where I actually don't have a good idea of, like, how it's mapped in 3D. Yes, I know where I am, and I know where I need to go, and how to get from where I am to where I need to go, but... If you told me right, like, hey, if you need to get from this part to this part, I'd be like, I don't fucking know. Give me your chest.
Alright. It's interesting... It's interesting how Link just doesn't break his legs. I saw him land!
I've thought that many a time over my life.
You lose hearts, but like, you can get a shit ton of hearts and just never fucking break your leg.
I mean, imagine... if he did break his legs. How shitty of a game would that be?
I mean, like, you just have to crawl and like, drag yourself with your hands. It would make combat a little bit more interesting. You'd just be waving your sword from
every
the floor.
time you fall from someplace a little too far, you have to use a fairy and heal.
I mean, realism? These is... photorealistic graphics.
Debatable realism.
I mean, there's not really that much debatable about jumping off a cliff and breaking your legs. I mean,
no, I mean the being healed by a fairy afterwards.
Oh, right. Okay, so can you perma-kill these things?
No.
Okay. That's lame.
Some enemies stay dead once you kill them, and some will just perpetually come back. It kind of just depends on the enemy and the temple. Anyway, this is the place where I could summon Pierre the Wandering Scarecrow, but in order for this to work, you have to be in just the right place where Navi's actually up there, or it won't count. And now she came here, so I don't know if it counts or if I have to do it again.
Well...
It worked! I know in the Forest Temple I had to do it multiple times.
Is there one of these in every dungeon?
I think so. They're like all over the place. Also, this room that I'm about to go to, I only remember doing like once. So it was actually very interesting going to it again because it was almost like playing it for the first time because it had been so long. But also being like, wow, I remember this from, like, 2001? Wow. So, I mean, it wasn't like playing it for the first time. It was, like, more nostalgia than the rest of the game that I've done a million times, because, you know, I've done it a million times.
I mean, yeah, that kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense, because...
Vacuum!
Damn it, Sarah! Oh my god. Sorry, viewers. I guess Sarah saw a bug. Or she just hates me. One of those.
Cleaning ASMR.
Okay, now I just want an ASMR video with the vacuum hose right next to the microphone.
Yeah, another gold skull tool.
Remind me, how many of those were you planning on getting, or were you just picking them up?
I don't know, I'm kind of like you, I only get the ones I see.
Right.
If I have to work for them, I'm not getting them. Because a lot of them you can only get if you put, like, a fucking bug in the magic bean holes, and I wasn't even gonna do that side quest because it's a shitload of pieces of hearts, and I really didn't need any pieces of hearts because I'm doing a 3-heart run.
Right.
So yeah. And also the rewards for getting all 100 I don't think are even that good.
Yeah, what were they?
I don't remember. Let me see. I know I looked it up when I was recording to see, like, alright, what am I missing out on? Golden Skull Lords.
Is this really the way to solve this puzzle?
Wait.
Or are you missing something? Alright.
Okay, so, here you go. 10. Adult wallet. 20. Stone of Agony. 30. Giant's wallet. 40. Some fucking bomb shoes. 50. A piece of heart. 100. 200 rupees.
Oh my... Are you serious? 200?
Yeah.
You could get that for staying in Hyrule Field for 5 minutes.
I mean, you can get that in that room, and I find this out later, but there's a room in Goron City where you can actually get, like 300 or something.
Uh-huh. And you don't have to go on a massive fetch quest to kill 100 spiders.
It's not even a fetch quest, it's like a collectathon scavenger hunt.
Right. Whatever the accurate terminology is. Although I feel like it's you don't need the... Or do you?
I might, because I can't run fast enough. This is why I'm staring into the fire, contemplating my choices.
I mean, that was worth a shot. Can you try another bomb solution?
Wait for it.
Let me just run
So I leave.
Oh, okay. Did you look up how you're supposed to get it?
No, I just looked up what it was.
Well,
I'm like, is it worth trying?
What? Now I want to know if that was how you're supposed to get it.
I mean, if you do it right, yes, I think that's the basic way of getting it.
Okay. Now
Ouch.
Wait, no!
Ouch.
Oh, you are. That was.
It was not great, I will admit. But it's okay. I've got great health insurance. See? I'm all better now. Didn't even have to pay a copay or anything.
Jesus Christ. Is that what the Affordable Care Act was supposed to be?
You know what? I don't know. Maybe.
You get sick and then you get hearts in the mail? Man, I need to join Congress. They need to know this is the way.
The way of the future.
Yo, I find it odd. I find it incredibly odd that you have to run from fire, but you can walk on lava. That's fine. That's just fine. You can do that for days. Okay, not days, but... I don't understand why the fire hurts you so much, but you can walk on lava. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Because video game. Okay, Brian.
Like, the fire's flat, too! Like, you could probably just, like, dive through it and be fine!
Brian, we already tried that and it didn't work.
I mean, I guess.
Alright, now we're at this room, which I remember this room better than I remember the other room, but also worse, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
It doesn't.
It's like I have more memories of that room, but still have no idea how to get from one side to the other. So tune in next time for the fucking Axel enemy, I guess.